Okay guys, right here in this video is an F-14
So Sam, when I was a little boy, I
jet.
always wanted to fly the F-16 because I thought it was the perfect fighter jet because of the visibility out of the canopy. I can't see any of the wings. I can't see the nose of the airplane. It is, quite frankly, me and outside. There is nothing between me and where I'm going. As you can see, there's no metal canopy bill like a lot of fighter jets have, like the F-15, where it obstructs your view. Pretty much just after where my helmet is where I sit in the airplane, and that's why it feels like you're sitting on the end of a dart.
So it's a pretty painted jet, but you were telling me earlier how this can actually be turned into a combat-capable aircraft, you know, in a quick second, right? Which is different than some of the other airshow jets out there.
Yeah, absolutely. There is nothing done to this airplane with the exception of the paint, which obviously isn't very tactical. There is no smoke canister in the airplane. This airplane has a gun that if we needed to, we could put bullets in it and take it to combat if needed. So we can carry up to 6 air-to-air missiles, and we can also add a combination of air-to-air and air-to-ground munitions all in the same configuration, allowing us to do air-to-ground and air-to-air in the same sortie.
So when you're flying a demo with like a clean jet like this, does it give you a lot more turn and
It
maneuverability?
does, yeah. I like to say that this is the way the Viper was intended to fly, because one of the first times I flew a clean F-16 was learning to fly the demonstration. We almost never do that. Once you start hanging tanks and things like that on the airplane, it flies like a pirate ship versus what I fly during the demo. So it's very impressive. This is obviously business end of the airplane. This is the engine that makes 30,000+ pounds of thrust, depending on density altitude. We can burn 2 gallons of fuel per second with this motor. So during the demonstration, you're definitely going to feel the acceleration that this airplane puts out. My favorite part of the paint scheme is actually the red speed brakes. So we went out to Edwards Air Force Base and went into the archives, and they opened up some of the footage that had never been seen before. And there was a shot of the YF in flight test. And that was the first time that we saw that the inside of the speed brakes were red, and everybody gasped in the room. And so we went down to the paint barn and executed that day, making sure the speed brakes got painted red. So a lot of the shots that are unique to this airplane in particular during the demo are the afterburner going with the speed brakes open as well to give the crowd that perspective that is never before seen in a paint scheme, at least in 45 years since this flew last.
So does it ever get old getting to light the afterburner, flip upside down, perform in front of tens of thousands of people all over the world? What's that like?
It's pretty special. Again, we are just one very, very small visible representation